Are you interested in psychic skills and spiritual awareness? Great! Then this video is for you. If not, just continue moving on. Okay, so I don't typically share practices or exercises, but I think a lot of you are interested in that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and share this one. This one I actually learned out of a book, and I don't remember how long I've had this book for, 25 plus years at least. But yeah, this book, Develop Your Psychic Skills by Enid Huffman, is questionable. Some of the claims that she has in here are fairly outlandish. But that doesn't change the fact that, as with all things, sometimes you will have good stuff inside of things that are questionable. So I don't know where she got her stuff from, but it is pretty clear to me that if you look at a lot of the New Age reconstruction stuff, you'll typically find practices and exercises that you also see in other traditions that may very well be borrows from those other traditions. In this particular case, this exercise is to awaken your third eye. With the breathing techniques in here and talking about the third eye as a whole, I think we can draw parallels or possibly trace it to be borrowed from Hinduism and some of the Eastern spiritualities, meditation practices, etc. And I believe that's the case here. So a lot of these techniques that she's mentioning are not uncommon to be found in Eastern philosophical and spiritual practices. Specifically, when you talk about the third eye is not a physical thing. It's sort of a metaphysical thing. It is this region that people usually associate with the body somewhere in the forehead area, typically like between the brow or slightly above in the middle of the forehead. This type of an area is typically referred to as the third eye. And when you talk about spiritual awareness, you talk about the ability to see subtle vibrations and energies in the world and in worlds that are parallel to the physical. So now we're talking about metaphysics. So again, some people are into this stuff, some people are not. So I understand how it sounds to those that are not in the spirituality. Those that are in the spirituality are like, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. So in Hinduism, you have what's called a chakra. A chakra is different energy points throughout the body. They're kind of like a spiraling well of energy. And one of them is usually associated with this area in between your eyebrows, like right in this region. And that's called the Agna chakra. And it's usually associated with intuition and awareness, which is why I think in a lot of New Age spiritualities, they talk about this third eye. I don't know where the term third eye comes from, but it seems to be closely associated and related to the Agna chakra. So with this exercise, you're going to do a deep breathing technique, and it's supposed to heighten and open your awareness and your senses to the subtle vibration of the spiritual world around you. I find it very relaxing. And when I've done it, I've noticed my ability, or what I perceive to be my ability to perceive subtle vibrations in the world, is heightened, and they're a little bit more clear. I also feel a little bit more calmed and just kind of aware of, again, things beyond the physical. That's how I feel from my experiences with it. So whatever your experiences might be, maybe it just relaxes you. Either way, if you want to try it, check this out. So I'm going to take off my glasses. In this particular exercise, there is a breathing technique, and there are variations to this. She recommends a count of 10. In spiritual meditation, so I've learned different type of breathing meditative techniques through my martial arts training, and I've, of course, explored different type of New Age spiritual paths where I've read about different breathing techniques as well. So with the breathing techniques, in her particular one, she recommends that you breathe in and you hold your breath for 10 seconds and then you breathe out. I believe that's all it says in there. I probably could double check it. But when I learned different type of breathing techniques like this, I'll usually modify them. So let's see. Maintain this position, take deep breaths, and hold it for a count of 10. Yeah, she doesn't say counting as you breathe in. When I learned techniques similar to this, which I find more beneficial and helpful, one of my teachers, martial arts instructors, had taught me about you breathe in for a count. Like you breathe in for a 3 count, hold for a 3 count, breathe out for a 3 count, and then leave your lungs empty for a 3 count. I find that to be very beneficial with this, but if not, you just take a deep breath in and hold it for 10 seconds based upon her recommendation. When it comes to breathing, if you're getting lightheaded or dizzy, stop. Breathe normal. If you need to lower that count, if you can't hold your breath for 10 seconds, don't try to do it. Do what you're comfortable with. This is about relaxing. So for this technique, you are going to take your predominant hand. Some people in New Age circles refer to this as your projection hand. So the one you write with, you manifest by writing and drawing with your primary hand. Your other hand's supposed to be your receiving hand. So if you're left-handed, it's your left. If you're right-handed, it's your right. Do you need to use that exact hand? No, but that's usually the way I think of this drill and technique. You're going to take your middle finger, your thumb, and your index finger, and you're going to go on each side of your nose. So your middle finger on one side next to the eye, not on the eye, just touching this area next to it. Your thumb on the other side, so it's almost like you're pinching or squeezing the bridge of your nose at the top here. So like that, nice and relaxed. Then you take your index, you put it up towards here, so you're kind of creating like a little pyramid-like cage around where you think of your third eye being. Enid Huffman makes the claim this stimulates your pituitary gland. Your pituitary gland is at the base of your brain. It's almost in the center of the head, right below the hypothalamus. So if you were to take your head and you were to cut it down the center here, right in about the middle, there's actually a physical gland, the pituitary gland, on the base of the brain, the very bottom part, before you hit the stem. It's like towards the center of your head. I don't know how it's supposed to stimulate that, but that's what she claims in the book. Either way, you take with these 3 fingers and close your eyes, get in a seated, nice, relaxed position, be nice and calm, no stress. You're not squeezing or pinching. You're just gently laying your hands there. And in magic and mysticism with New Age practices, there's this saying, all energy follows thought. I don't remember where I read that originally, but I've heard it repeated multiple times. So by projecting energy, you think with your mind and you visualize energy flowing down your arm, going out your hand and out your fingertips. So you think of and visualize energy flowing through your fingertips and into and around your third eye as you're doing this technique. So you visualize this constant flow and stream, calm and gradual, not forced, just relaxing, flowing like water from a hose. And as you're doing this, and your eyes are closed, your head slightly leaned forward, you take a deep breath in, you hold it for 10 seconds, and you breathe out. Like I said, I like to do a count, so like maybe a 5 count. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a gasp like that, I'm talking, but more like, and then hold for 5 seconds, and then breathe out for 5 seconds. I like to leave 5 seconds of not breathing and then breathe in for 5 and repeat that 3 times. She recommends 3 times. Any of you that are into some of the New Age spirituality stuff might associate the number 3 with the triple goddess. It might just be, in general, just you like the number 3. You can do it more if you wanted to, but it's just recommended based upon the exercise in this book to do it 3 times. After you've done it 3 times, then you kind of just slowly open your eyes and start breathing normal. And you might experience a heightened awareness. You might be noticing that auras or subtle vibrations are more pronounced and predominant to you. You might feel more relaxed. Maybe it does nothing for you at all. Maybe it makes you lightheaded. Whatever effect you have, feel free to share those in the comments below. Maybe you like this exercise and technique. Maybe you don't. I've, like I said, found it helpful, so I just thought I would share it. This is just one way to go about it with the breathing techniques themselves. Some people, just to expand more on the breathing techniques and exercises, some people will breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can breathe in and out through the mouth if you want, in and out through the nose. It's what you're comfortable with. In martial arts, typically in some of the breathing exercises we do, like in Dai Chi Chuan, we will take the tip of our tongue and touch it to the roof of our mouth because this connects our meridians, because apparently there's a separation there, and it takes your main governing meridian and connects it. So just gently touch it, lie it behind your teeth, just touching your tongue there during the breathing technique, and you leave it there while you're breathing and holding and everything. That's one way to go about it as well. There's many ways to approach this, but the basic idea is to project energy through your 3 fingers around the area which is associated with the third eye or the Agni Chakra, and to breathe and relax while you're doing it to try to open and heighten your awareness. So there you go. Thanks for watching. And like I said, comment below, share your thoughts, like it if you like it, and I'll do more videos like this.